The following video is not suitable for children 13 or under. So if you are a child 13 or under and you're watching this video and you learn a bad word, then it's your own damn fault. Hey guys, Master Farr here, and I am back with another review. And today we are taking a look at Transformers Age of the Prime's Excellion, a figure which I recently got at a convention. This is a repaint of the Transformers Legacy Cybertron Hotshot, which in itself was a great figure. Taking a closer look at the packaging, we can see the figure itself, as well as some art of the figure in robot mode and vehicle mode, as well as for some reason this figure is labeled a Decepticon. On the side of the packaging, we can see some art of the character, and on the back of the packaging, we can see a render of this guy in both robot mode and vehicle mode, as well as the Transformers Cybertron logo. Well, with all that being said, let's get this repaint out of the packaging and see if he lives up to how good the original was. Getting Excellion out of the packaging, I gotta say he looks really good. He is primarily based on how he looked on his original toy back in Cybertron, as popping in a picture of that right here, you can see it is close, however he is missing a little paint. That being in areas like the lower legs, which should be all gold, his waist is missing some black and silver detailing, there should be some orange right here on the chest, and the fish should be black instead of red. But even with those minor color differences, I still think he looks really good. The deco on Excellion is basically a Player 2 version of Hotshot from Legacy, those being with colors swapped like the reds being in place of the blues, the gold in place of the yellow, and just the orange on the arms and legs being in place of the reds. Personally, between the two, I honestly prefer how Excellion looks in terms of coloration. The colors in general really remind me of something along the lines of Hot Rod, which I am deeply in favor of. Beyond the deco, taking a closer look at the sculpting on this guy, I gotta say he looks really good. The red just really helps make the plastic stand out, and all the detailing is on nice display with this guy. The head sculpt on Excellion is very much unchanged from Hotshot for the most part, but I do really like the gold used on here in place of the yellow. Honestly, the painting and sculpting on this guy just really brings some new life to this mold, which is already a pretty great mold to go with. My only really nitpick with this guy is honestly some QC issues, that being the window piece on his left arm can tend to pop out, but even in the piece still goes back in pretty easily, which isn't a big problem for me. Also, just like the original figure from Cybertron, this figure has some flip out spoilers, which look really nice in this color, and definitely add to more of the Hotshot vibes I get from this guy. In terms of accessories, Excellion comes with a gun, which is blast effect compatible. The gun itself has decent sculpting, but is in need of some paint. And he comes with a Cyber Planet key, which taking a closer look at, I gotta say is really nicely painted and sculpted. And the Cyber Planet key fits into a groove on the figure's backpack. Excellion's accessories are pretty good, but I do wish his gun came with a lot more paint, especially considering how much paint the Cyber Planet key got. But even then, I'm still happy with the accessories he did come with. Moving on to Excellion's articulation, his head can look up this far, can look down this far, and rotate 360 degrees. His shoulder can go in this far due to transformation and rotate 360 degrees. His arm can only move out this far. He has a bicep swivel that can rotate 360 degrees. His elbow goes 90 degrees. The door pieces can rotate side to side. His wrist can rotate. His waist can rotate 360 degrees. His leg can go out this far, can move back this far, can move up all the way out to the side. There is a 360 degree thigh rotation. His knee can go 90 degrees. There is an ankle tilt that goes well above 90 degrees. Excellion's articulation is pretty good, and it's possible to get him into some pretty good poses. For the sake of comparison, here he is next to Legacy Cybertron Hotshot, YOLO Park Cliff Jumper, YOLO Park Hound, Movie Breakaway, and my last review, Blocky's B-127. Overall, in robot mode, I gotta say Excellion is a very well done looking figure, and I definitely prefer the deco on this guy compared to the original Hotshot release. But with all that being said, let's get him into vehicle mode. Getting Excellion in vehicle mode, I gotta say, once again, this deco really brings out the best of this mold. It is definitely close to how the original looked in vehicle mode, with a few minor differences, as popping in a picture of that right here, you can see there are some differences. those being things notably like the gray on the front vents of the car, as well as the flames being done in gold, the additional gold where the spoiler is on the back of the car, as well as the gray on the sides of the car. Honestly, the deco just brings out a lot more of this mode, and I honestly think it looks even better in this mode than Legacy Cybertron Hotshot, where the colors on this guy are essentially in the same places, but I prefer the richer golds as well as the red in general. And once again, I definitely get Hot Rod vibes, especially in this alt mode thanks to the flames and just the gold placement on the back, which almost looks like Hot Rod's spoiler. Yet it still manages to work as its own character, which I greatly approve of. Taking a look at the wheels in this mode, you can see that the front wheels are pinned while the back ones are on pegs. And the pin wheels on the front allow the figure to roll surprisingly well, which is pretty nice. Taking a look at the figure from the back, I gotta say he looks pretty clean back here, and I honestly think it looks better than how Hotshot did with the more uniform red compared to the darker blue in the back. Honestly, the overall aesthetic in this mode is also really good, and just thanks to the new colors, they really help everything pop more. Also, like in robot mode, you can flip out these back fins, which I honestly think work a lot better in this mode, and definitely add more to the whole Hot Rod style aesthetic to this guy. In terms of weapon storage, Excellion's gun can be placed on the top of the car mode, as well as on the back and front peg holes on either side of the car mode, and the Cyber Planet key can fit into the port in the back of the car. For the sake of comparison, here he is with Movie Breakaway, Legacy Cybertron Hotshot, Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, and my last review, Blacky's B127. In vehicle mode, I gotta say, Excellion looks incredible, and I definitely love how he looks. But with all that being said, let's get him back to robot mode, and I'll give my final thoughts. Overall, Age of the Prime's Excellion is a great figure, and I would highly recommend him if you can find him for cheap. Between his overall great look in robot mode and vehicle mode, and just the sublime deco, I can't help but recommend him enough. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. This is Master Farr signing off, and I will see you next time.